Hello there, beautiful people. Melinda Joy, Crossroads Storyteller here with a closer look at the Creative Liberation Now deck. Small disclaimer before I start telling you about the deck and what I see in it. While I am on the team of this deck's team, I was not involved in the creation of these cards. So everything I share today is an interpretation, and may it give you the permission to look at these cards in the way that best meets you where you are right now, as well as honoring your inner knowing, your inner truth. So let's begin. Today I thought it would be nice to talk about the essence cards. And if you've heard me talk about this deck before, you know that there are quite a few extra cards. If you notice, the title says it is inspired by the tarot because the structure is quite unique, but it's very compatible with the tarot, which is why I love it. And I'm going to show you how I've been interpreting it in relation to Hermetic Kabbalah perspectives. So here are our essence cards. We've got the essence of water, the essence of fire. Here, we don't need that so close right now. The essence of air and the essence of earth. Oh, okay. I think what I want to show you first is how these cards interact visually with the other cards in this deck. So here are some of the fire cards. Most of the fire cards are right here. And you can see they all have this background. The same background that is the essence card. And maybe I'll share that thought when I show you another suit. So here's some water cards. So the essence of water is right here, and as you can see, they all have the same color as the background. Okay. We've got some air suit, and here, this is when I'll share my thought. I've been exploring, when I'm interpreting the visuals of the card, I've been exploring looking at how the background is viewable or not viewable, not in view. So like this one, it's like really transparent. And I've been exploring, and this one, it's really on the bottom portion of the card, and then the card gets thicker in a different image. Here, yes, this is the one that I think is especially interesting because it's the fifth air. We've clearly got some kind of disappointment going on, and the part of this card that's visible is primarily like right here. It's super itty bitty. And I thought that was interesting, that like maybe this mindset is a clouding of the actual essence of air. So yes, I've been thinking about how the cards show up in the suits and using that in my interpretation process. And then one last share, we've got the earth suits. So, how I've been looking at this from a Kabbalistic lens is I've been thinking of these cards as representations of the four worlds. And by that, I mean this card is connected to Absolute, and this card is connected to Bria, and this card is connected to Yetzirah, and this card is connected to Asya. Oh, and when I do that, it's sort of a way of, as you can see, there's this portion of the tree is absolute, but then also Absolute also has its own tree. So it's sort of like this card represents this portion, and the suit is this smaller tree that is the absolute tree. Okay, so to, I guess, say that another way is sometimes in Hermetic Kabbalah, let's pick this one right here. So the 8th of Earth. So we would say that because this is the 8th sphere, or this is the 8th sphere right here, the 8 connects to the sphere, and the Earth connects to the world. So this would be the 8th, or the Hod of Asya, or the 8th sphere of the material plane. And that makes perfect sense to me. It lines up just right in my perspective. We've got the Asya that is behind and sort of breathing and moving and living through the minor arcana cards, both visually and philosophically. So yeah, that's how I think of these super unique essence cards. And that is one of many possible ways to interpret these essence cards when they show up for you in a reading. I hope that was helpful. So much love.